Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another video for you guys today. Today we're going to dwell into the realms of ultimate degeneracy, as we're going to go into best of one, where Nexus of Fate was banned, and we're going to bring something dirtier and meanier and sexier. We're going to go with Lich's Degeneracy, a 5-color. I'm going to show you like this. A 5-color ultimate combo deck that was provided to me by Besso91. On my stream yesterday, and I saw the list and I was ultimately immediately fascinated by it. I did make some slight alterations though. The original deck list did have a couple of Settle the Wreckages, and it had also 4 copies of Open the Gates and 4 copies of Gift of Paradise. I took out the 2 Settle the Wreckage and added in 2 Deafening Clarion because I think it's a more efficient sweeper than Settle the Wreckage. And then I took out 2 Open the Gates and 2 Gift of Paradise to slap in 4 negates to enable us to, go for the late game combo against control decks without getting countered. Negate is super important for a deck like this, and I think it upped the viability of this deck list tremendously. But those are the only changes that I made, and I'm going to go ahead and cool story Bob time on ya, because we are going to explain this bad boy, which takes a little bit of explaining to do. And don't worry, I'm going to try to be as concise and, as brief. It's the same thing. I'm going to try to be well-spoken and try to explain to you how this beauty comes together. So, what is this deck? What the fuck is this deck trying to do? Well, this deck is built around Lich's Mastery. As you can see, it's a 6-mana legendary enchantment, which has hexproof. So it cannot be targeted by anything. So only a Cleansing Nova can truly kill this. And it says you cannot lose the game. Alright, so what's the catch? Well, whenever you gain life, you draw that many cards. That's good. Whenever you lose life, for each one life you lost, exile a permanent you control or a card from your hand or graveyard. That's bad. When Lich's Mastery leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. So this card automatically loses you the game if your opponent is playing Cleansing Nova. Fortunately for us, Kaya's Wrath came to be, and Cleansing Nova no longer sees any sort of play out in Standard. So that's good. So that's a bullet that we dodged. Good. Step number 2. How does this card also bite you in the booty? Well, if you are facing an aggressive deck and you have not stabilized the board state, you do not want to play Lich's Mastery, because if you take damage, every point of damage that you take is going to cost you a permanent, right? And your lands are going to leave the board quite quickly, even if you deplete your graveyard, believe me. So why are we playing this card? Because we want to combine Lich's Mastery, which enables us to not lose the game. Are there any other requirement than this leaving the battlefield, with Chance for Glory? Chance for Glory is a poor man's, I guess, Nexus of Fate. Now that Nexus of Fate was banned in best of one, this is the new Nexus. Chance for Glory is a 3-mana instant that says creatures you control gain indestructible, and then you take an extra turn after this one. At the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. But because we have Lich's Mastery on the board, we do not lose the game. So with Lich's Mastery on the board, Chance for Glory is a 3-mana Nexus of Fate at instant speed, which is quite ridiculous, right? And that is what we try to capitalize on to get a nasty combo onto our opponent. So we have, as creatures, we have 3 Archway Angels and we have a gate strategy. As you can see, we're playing 5 colors, and we're playing a bunch of gates. We have Sir Creature's Route, we have Gates Ablaze, we have Guild Summit, we even have some Open the Gates, and we have the Archway Angel, which enables us to gain 2 life for each gate we control. Very powerful card that kind of auto wins you the match against mono red if you're able to cast it. And also, if we have a Lich's Mastery on the board, it can pretty much enable us to draw our entire deck, which is just absolutely nutty, right? And on top of that, we have Nezal Primal Tide, which says that our hand does not have a maximum hand size. Also very powerful in the control matchup, right? So with Nezal on the board and Lich's Mastery on the board, we can draw our entire deck, and we don't have to worry about discarding anything. And we can get to work, because we're playing a 1-off of the Mirari Conjecture and a 2-of Mastermind's Acquisition. This is the key card, or the key enabler, alongside Lich's Mastery, of this build, because we have a very specific sideboard. Even though we're playing best of one, we do have a sideboard, because Mastermind's Acquisition enables us to choose a card we own from outside the game and putting it into your hand. This means that we can look into our sideboard, we can pick something, and add it to our hand. So that's why we have this sideboard right here. We have 1 Nature Spiral, 1 Chance for Glory, 1 Knight of Autumn, 1 Smothering Tithe, 1 Cleansing Nova, 1 Lyra Dawnbringer. I don't know why we would want the Cleansing Nova. It's outside like destroying, because we would never want to destroy our own Lich's Mastery. Maybe for honorable seppuku, it would be nice. Lyra Dawnbringer, 2 Mirari Conjectures, 1 Revel in Riches, 1 Niv Mizzet Parun, 1 The Immortal Sun, which I'm going to highlight in this video, 1 Star of Extinction, 1 Emergency Powers, 1 Omniscience, I'm actually pronouncing it right, and 1 Banefire. So now at this point you must be asking yourself, how the fuck does this work? Hey, don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna explain. So I'm gonna explain with a theoretical scenario, right? Basically, we play the Mirari Conjecture. We have Lich's Mastery on the board. We play the Mirari Conjecture, all right? And then we play Chance. We return Chance for Glory. So basically, okay, again, let's restart. Our opponent's turn's about to end. We have Lich's Mastery on the board, and at the end of his turn, we play Chance for Glory, an instant speed for 3 mana, which means we have 2 turns, right? Then we play the Mirari Conjecture on our turn. We return an instant from our graveyard that is Chance for Glory, okay? We keep it in our hand, though, because we take another turn after this one. Then the next turn happens, and we return a sorcery, which is Mastermind's Acquisition. We play Mastermind's Acquisition. We search for another Mirari Conjecture in our deck. You following? Okay. We go for the Chance for Glory again. All right? So we take the third turn in which this procs, it destroys itself, and then until the end of the turn, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. So this turn that we take, and again, we play the Mirari Conjecture that we search for in our sideboard with the Mastermind's Acquisition, and we play it. And we return an instant from our graveyard, aka Chance for Glory, which we play the same turn, and now we get 2 copies of it. Because we proc it with we activate it with the 3 chapter effect happening, right? So we take 2 more turns. 2 extra turns after that one, and then we when we return a sorcery card, we return Mastermind's Acquisition, and then we search for Nature's Spiral. Now we have all the components to just go crazy, because we can play Nature's Spiral to return a permanent from our graveyard, which means the Mirari Conjecture. We can return it, and we just go infinite, baby. We play the Nature's Spiral. This procs, and then we can just start searching for stuff in our graveyard to finish our opponent. We can search for a Banefire to kill them. We can search, I don't know, we can get cheeky and search for Omniscience with Niv Mizzet. Just go infinite on them as well. Like, we have several different ways to actually kill them. Like, it's kind of like a more, how you want to win sort of scenario, right? So that's how the deck intends to work. It tends to create a loop with Mirari Conjecture and Chance for Glory alongside Lich's Mastery. Lich's Mastery is what enables this, because otherwise we would be killing ourselves a billion times with this card. But because we have Lich's Mastery on the board, that doesn't happen. That's why I say negate is very important, because if we can set this up in the right turn, having a negate to stop a counter spell can be the difference between victory or defeat, and I think that's very, very prevalent or very important with this sort of deck, being able to counter the counter. That's what we had negate for, basically. On top of that, we do have other stuff that we can go for, like Lyra Dawnbringer is for the mono-red matchup. In case we're facing a lot of pressure, we can Mastermind's Acquisition and search for Lyra Dawnbringer, and then just win that way, just slow them down. Like, this deck is obviously very flexible in regards to the sideboard. We also have the Immortal Sun, which you're going to see me use against an Esper control matchup, because if you have Lich's Mastery alongside the Immortal Sun on the board, then you can't lose the game when you mill yourself, but when your opponent, he can't activate the Fairy nor Karn, and they will die when they can't draw any more cards. So unless they main deck Cautious Taker or Discovery Dispersal, they can't do shit. So that may or maybe not be applied in this video. I don't want to spoil, but I got some interesting games. I do want to preface all this by saying that while I was about to go off in several of these games, my opponent just forfeited before that happened. Like, a lot of them did just forfeit when they see the Chance of Glory with Lich's Mastery on the board, and the combo was gonna happen. It's just that people wouldn't let me play it. So there's no crazy infinite loop that I'm gonna showcase off, but I am gonna showcase off Lich's Mastery a lot in this video. And hopefully you guys enjoy the games that I got in store for you, because I had quite a bit of fun with this Degeneracy in yesterday's stream. And it's just, I ran for like 10 minutes, but I think this deck is quite, you know, it takes a while to explain, and I wanted to make sure that you guys know exactly how this works, and if you have, you know, some curiosity, you can try it out yourselves and have fun with it, because holy shit, it's fun. Obviously, cards like Gift of Paradise can also enable us to draw cards with Lich's Mastery, so it's a good top deck in that scenario. And yeah, it's just, it's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. Like, I've yet to get the Revel and Riches, you know, win and stuff. Like, there's a lot of things that I haven't done with this build, but you know, I need to play many more games with it. But holy fuck, it was a good time. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna showcase off the gameplay that I had, and let me know if you guys enjoyed this this stupidity. And stay tuned for daily MTG content. Let me know if you want to see this deck back in action, and I'm gonna continue to bring some dankness to the channel, because I've been focusing a lot on competitive lately. But I'm also working on making a competitive Abzan list too, so you can stay tuned for that. And yeah, have us all day. Stay tuned for daily MTG videos. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow with more. Let's give it a spin. I mean, we're currently, the problem with this hand is that we're missing, I mean, we're gonna keep it. The problem is we're missing like other colors. Alright, I'm gonna play it like this. We have Gates Ablaze. Okay, cool. Cool. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wipe the board, baby. And Archway Angel just gonna put in the work. Okay, so where are we lacking? We're definitely lacking blue. We have enough green. We have one red and one... Okay, so I think we get the Rakdos Gilgate in there. And the Dimir Gilgate. No. Simic. This Archway Angel is just gonna be fantastic. Oh boy, this guy is not gonna like this. Alright, officially top tier. Fact. Besso, you may have given me a wonderful video to make, and I am very grateful for that. Unfortunately, we have no initial plays with this. We have to actually mulligan this hand. Okay, I guess this works a little bit better. Still kind of trash, but we gotta mulligan that. Ouch. Not my mastery! Leave my mastery alone! I'm super serial. Okay, let's drop that. Oh boy. Okay. At least we'll play around Spell Pierce. Maybe there's a world in which he doesn't have, you know, a counter spell. Maybe. Eddie, why you gotta bust my balls like this, Eddie? Why you gotta bust my balls, Eddie? Why do this? I mean, we gotta try to live. We gotta try to, like, block this. God damn it, Eddie. Eddie, why are you such an asshole? Why, Eddie? Fuck it.
Stand by and watch. Let's skip to the good part.
Take that! Die! All right, that did not happen. We got hacked. Guys, I played, okay. I have to explain myself here. I played Lich's Mastery there because we lost the game. Like, I didn't I wasn't intending. That's not, I know that's not how you use it. Like, we lost that game when we couldn't answer the Thief of Sanity. We'll keep this. Enchantment bug, they said you couldn't lose. Yeah. Alright, let's see that with the Simic Guildgate. So we're gonna play the Guild Summit, as this is the kind of card that gives us, you know, fuel in a dragged out match like this. And we're gonna go ahead and take. We have enough. We have 2 black sources. We have 3 green sources, 1 blue source. So we'll take. Let's take the Boros Gate. There we go. And there's our boy Nezal.
This isn't no time for a break. need to move quickly.
I should have kept the Gateway Plaza. I should have discarded this. Should have played it in response to that.
Hurry! Want me to phase you out of time? You know what? I'm not done yet.
get to work, shall we? Come on! Come on! Just when I was about to have fun. Oh. Hey, Daddy. I'm doing good. How about you? I mean, this hand has all the ramp, and I do have, like, all sorts of color minus black here. Obviously, like, I need to draw into actual, like, board wipes, but I guess this will do. This is prone to flooding, though, so I need to be careful with a hand like this. Okay, let's drop this. I'm doing alright. I just can't help but feel sad for you. Why? You seem to be losing a lot of matches. Well, it's what happens when you don't play a meta deck. It's fine. I can lose some games of Magic and not, you know, be miserable about my life, you know? Okay, so we're facing, we're facing mono red. We have double Gift of Paradise, so that's 6 health that we're going to be gaining through these. But we're not able to answer this board state, then we have a very, very slow start here. We do have the Gates Ablaze, though. That's nice. That'll enable us to stay alive, especially if he curves into Goblin Chain Whirler here. Like, no good player will do that, because you're facing a gate deck and you know Gates Ablaze is happening. Like, no good player would play a Goblin Chain Whirler. Well, okay. So I got 2 options. I got a Gates Ablaze here, right? If I Gift of Paradise here at 5 mana, could my opponent just have lethal on me? They could. I mean, they'll have to be really lucky, but they could. Should I have played the Arcway Angel there? Probably. I guess I got greedy. I mean, it wasn't greedy, right? Like 8 damage is kind of ridiculous. Like, I was definitely expecting the risk factor, but like 8 out of 10 damage just felt a little bit. I mean, it's not that ridiculous. I'll keep. But that was definitely like a winnable game for us. But I guess I took I guess my approach was too slow. We do have the negate now enabled. I want to have my negate enabled if he tries like to fairy here. Like I want to be able to negate his next play. Does he have another counter? I think my mistake here was pretty clear. I'm just gonna play Lich's Mastery before he can counter it as well. I think I should have waited one turn to play the Nezahal so that I could pair it with Negate, and that way, like, him clearing it would require more resources. My question is, do you have creatures, my good sir? do you have creatures? Because if you do not have creatures in your main deck, then you literally cannot beat me. Oh, you have main deck Eldritch Reborn. I don't know why I didn't play this. Yeah, main deck Eldritch Reborn, which means you can. Indeed, in fact. You take back to Fairy.
I won't hide from the world any longer.
Instead of taking one of my angels. Good job. Good job, my man. Well done, Jez. Next time, try reading the card.
Hold that thought.
What should I do with this? Should I take a guild summit? No, I should take a Mirari Conjecture, right? I know he can Teferi it, but if he Teferis it, doesn't really matter.
We need to move quickly.
He's going to Teferi loop until you concede? Well, we'll see about that. Should have taken I should have taken emergency powers, right? I mean, this is really tricky. Like, this is a hard situation. But I think starting off with a Mirari Conjecture, like, I gotta make the big boy plays, because the longer this game goes, the less likely I'll be able to get this off. At this point, he can't really counter me, so this is the point to do this. Because he can't counter me. Like, this is uncounterable at this point. So I can't lose the game. I draw 2 cards every turn. And he can cast his Teferi.
2,000 years later.
Main deck Nova at the bottom. Don't jinx me, Furiously. He keeps hovering over my cards. That I think he doesn't fully understand what's going on. Either that or he's waiting for something. Like, there's three options. He has something in his deck that he knows can turn this around. Or option number two, he does not understand the situation fully yet. He's getting there, but it's taking him a while. Or option three, he's just, you know, rage roping. But I haven't seen much roping from him. He's not roping really. So it's either A or B. It's one of the two. Yes, good job. You cannot use them.
I have faced worse than the light.
Show me a Kaya. I'd like to see Kaya too, buddy. Hello. Hi. You okay? I'm not sure if Kaya would be fast enough. No, Kaya would literally do nothing. Like, Kaya's a Planeswalker. Like, Planeswalkers do not work with the Immortal Sun. Like, that's the strategy I went for. It's like I said, it's very risky because if you were to have like a Hostage Taker or a Discovery Dispersal, then... I mean, like I said, Discovery Dispersal doesn't really... It just buys him a turn. Then well, no, Discovery Dispersal does it because then he counters my Immortal Sun. So yeah, Discovery Dispersal also wins him the game. So it's that or Hostage Taker. If he doesn't have any of those, then he's dead. I think Jez may be reaching the point in which he understands what's happening, and now he's very angry. Because this is not what the website told him. The website told him that if he were to net deck this deck, he would become like Yoshihiro Ikawa. He would be unstoppable. He would reach the finals of the Mythic Championship one day. He would become Jess Ikawa. But reality sometimes is cruel. And, you know, in the midst of all this tremendous anger, Jess is just letting the clock go. It's okay, Jess. I'm with you. I'm with you, buddy. We'll get through this. We'll get through this. It's fine. Just hold my hand. It'll be okay. You can kill Hostage Taker with your board wipes. Yeah, the problem is he'll cast my Immortal Sun immediately. So, and my board wipes are sorceries, not instants. So, Hostage Taker is auto lose. Bye-bye. It took him a while. I think he was screenshotting with Gyazo and he was like preparing his Reddit post about how Lich's mastery is terrible game design. And, you know, Wizards of the Coast don't know what they're doing and stuff.